Start now, guys. All right, we are back on Desert Oasis. Cauthon Luck now down 2 games to SLush, kind of in unfamiliar territory. And if there is ever a map where Cauthon Luck can pull out a win by cheese or just by straight playing, it is on Desert Oasis. So, Sean, what do you know about this map and Cauthon Luck's play on it?
I mean, Cauthon Luck has just done the kookiest stuff possible on this map. I think this map definitely favors him a ton. We do see SLush spawning at the north position as the orange Zerg. And down in the south, we see Cauthon Luck spawning as the blue Terran. Something that's so great about this map is that, first of all, Cauthon Luck has the ability to set up any of these big air harassment styles that he likes, whether it be Banshees or getting a bunch of Vikings, and the ground distances and the ground areas are very wide and spread out. If we just go take a look over here at the natural expansion of SLush, there's no cute way to defend it. It's so spread out and wide open that Cauthon Luck has plenty of room to micro those Marauders. That's actually something that 2 players were discussing in between the games. Cauthon Luck was commenting on how much he liked SLush's very early creep tumor so he could get to the high ground very quickly and throw down those spine crawlers, because it made Cauthon Luck completely incapable of kiting his Marauders. So Cauthon Luck didn't really have a chance to be that aggressive. So on this map, none of that is the case. SLush cannot rely on any sort of cutesy defense for the expansion. He just has to pray that there's no ground attacks with the long distances.
Going to the Cauthon Luck's base, we do see him putting that supply depot down, and now a Rax with space for a tech lab or a reactor there, and still waiting for that gas from Cauthon Luck. Going back over to SLush's base, he actually does not have any bases down. He's still going to be adding on more drones. Wow, we do see a pretty early extractor there from SLush. A little bit unorthodox there from SLush. Sean, what do you think he can utilize with such an early gas?
Well, the one thing that I'm thinking of is that if you go gas a little bit before your pool, it means that when your pool finishes, you will have 100 gas, so you can immediately get a layer. I would not be surprised to see SLush going for very early Mutalisks on this map. A lot of players like getting the Mutas out, then expanding. They can do a little bit of harassment, force their opponent to make a few too many turrets. Very, very easy transition to make. We do see Cauthon Luck getting that orbital command at 14 nice early. He is getting that Marine out, so SLush only has enough time to poke his head in there and to see that there is in fact a barracks in the main, so nothing too incredibly cheesy going on. And if we just pop right back up here to SLush's base, we can see that as that pool is getting closer to completion, SLush is going to have exactly 100 gas to start that layer right when it pops.
Yeah, that spawning pool is about to finish right now, and we do see him hit 100 gas, just like you said. He is getting a queen, actually, before he is getting that lair. So, Sean, building up the excitement to nothing. Thanks a lot for that, Sean.
But wouldn't be the first time.
We do see Cauthon Luck building those 2 Marines and now sending them out to scout, possibly snipe some more Overlords, as he has done in previous games. We do see that factory now being built, and again, the same opener. Probably going to see some Hellions here with the reactor being added onto that Rax. We do see a couple of Lynx here chasing out this SUV at SLush's natural a little bit. He does pull back those 2 Zerglings, but he's going to send the other 2 there after that SUV. And now we see that Queen come out. Looks like there is the lair.
The lair!
Thank you. Making Sean sound like he knows what he's talking about. And he obviously does, not to discredit my co-caster here. But now we do see another Rax going down there. Pretty similar build as to what we saw Cauthon Luck do last game on Steps of War.
I'm a little curious about the second Rax. Unless he's going for a very fast starport to do some sort of incredibly quick drop tech, I can't exactly see the biggest justification for that. It's going to be a little bit hard to manage those air distances. We do see there's that trade going on, again getting those Hellions out super early. Is the Ling going to block it? No, the Ling does not quite block it, and we do see 2 tech labs going down exactly as in the last game. So a lot of players would see this opening by Cauthon Luck and just say, well, he does the exact same thing on every single map. Well, he just has one build. However, it's important to note that this build is good on different maps for different reasons. On Steps of War, it was the close positions and the ability to set up this big Marauder bustin'. On this map, opening up with Hellions is great because of this giant open space around the expansion, that it makes it very hard for Zerg to defend it properly. And look at this, Cauthon Luck, thank you so much. Getting some Reapers. Looks like he's planning on doing a little bit of a run around Aru. He's forcing all the Roaches to be at the ramp with those Hellions, and then he's going to pop in the back with those Reapers. So very cute opening by Cauthon Luck.
We do see that Roach Warren now finish, and also the Spire start. Looks like we do see a Spine Crawler. Wow, some great use of the Overlord spewing the creep there at the front of his base, putting down that Spine Crawler, and also pulling the Queen in, possibly to stop these two Hellions coming in now across the map. It looks like two more Hellions are right behind that, and also two Reapers. So some mass harassment here coming from Cauthon Luck. He does have two Roaches out there at the choke of his main base. Now 3 Roaches, 4 Roaches. Looks like that Spire is about halfway done. We have a ton of larvae there. Looks like we're waiting. Okay, he's close to being supply capped, but he is building 2 Overlords. Now we see the 4 Hellions and also the 2 Reapers there, kind of going for some mass harassment here from Cauthon Luck.
And look at this. Here comes the 2 Reapers by Cauthon Luck. He's going to be able to pop right in the base, and SLush has absolutely no idea about it. He's able to take out one drone. Is our second one going to go down? No, he managed to bring a lot to very low life, and Cauthon Luck still has absolutely no... Oh, it looks like he just barely caught vision of that Spire, so... If he's noticing, and yes he is, he's throwing down an engineering bay, he's building a bunch of Marines, he does have that starport coming as well. We do see that SLush is making a bunch of Mutalisks, but look at the food differential. Cauthon Luck at 46 food, SLush at 33 food. So already SLush is playing from behind, he needs to pull back a little bit more strongly. And we do see that starport land. Will 2 Vikings be produced? Yes, there are 2 Vikings popping out right now, so Cauthon Luck should be okay for defending this, but his harassing units aren't going to be able to quite do too much.
We do see those Mutalisks pop from SLush. He's going to be sending those directly into Cauthon Luck's base, and Cauthon Luck knows this. He is going to be using these Hellions there. He might actually lose these Hellions. It looks like they're on hold position right outside of SLush's base. He does lose one, with the other 2 really relatively low red HP running back. And now you see these Mutalisks inside of Cauthon Luck's base doing a little bit of damage, not too much. There are only 4 Marines there. SLush is going to be sniping those relatively easy, and here come those Vikings. Those Vikings are going to do quick work of those Mutalisks. Actually, it looks like SLush might just decide to fight here. Oh, wow, we see 4 SCVs actually repairing those Vikings. Those SCVs do fall quite quickly as those splash attack from the Mutalisks does bounce off one unit and go to the next. Now we see 2 Marines. Looks like these Mutalisks are going to be doing a little bit more damage than I think Cauthon Luck intended.
The one unfortunate consequence of this, though, is this is a lot of gas that SLush is losing. So even though he's rallying a bunch of Mutalisks here, as more and more Vikings pop forward, he's going to end up being way behind at the end of this. I mean, if Cauthon Luck ends up getting 2, or actually more like 4 or 6 Vikings more out, he can be able to do a ton of counter damage to SLush, because if we go to SLush's base, all he really has is a handful of Roaches, just maybe 3, 4 Roaches, 2 Lings, and that's it. So if Cauthon Luck can get enough Vikings out and do enough damage, it's going to be very hard for Cauthon Luck to stay afloat.
We do see a couple more.
SLush to stay afloat, excuse me.
We do see some more Vikings now pop up from Cauthon. And one thing to note is that SLush is about 2 supply from being capped right now, with no Overlords actually being produced. So if he goes and starts sniping these Overlords there with those Vikings, it's going to really put SLush behind. We do see SLush now actually building the hatchery there at his natural and trying to just kind of scout the map, trying to take map control with these Mutalisks, which I think he does actually have right now. But I think as soon as these Vikings start getting... Now we see another Viking being added on right now, but really low gas right now from Cauthon, so he isn't going to be able to pump out too many Vikings, but he has a little bit of anti-air, a couple missile turrets, and also a couple Marines, so he's going to be able to probably fend off these Mutalisks there from SLush.
One thing to note, that Mutalisk harass came in from the gas side, only 2 guys left in that top geyser. Big mistake by Cauthon Luck, very easy to happen when you're in the midst of that sort of aggressive harassment. So Cauthon Luck trying to reposition these Vikings, and it looks like our producer is disconnecting.
Uh-oh. I hope he is still there. He's actually not talking right now. I hope he just didn't drop internet. All right, they are there. We'll have to see what happens with this. Like we said, this is... Hey, and there goes our observer. It looks like our observer was lost from this game. I'm trying... do you want to keep casting this, or pause this, wait for them to finish, or what do you think, Sean?
Yeah. Let's play this game out and cast a replay afterwards.
All right, I can do that. We'll have to see what time this was. So yeah, for those people tuning in live right now, this cast, we did just lose our observer randomly. His net actually didn't drop really uncharacteristic for him to just randomly drop from the game. I guess he was upset or something. Maybe we were insulting him halfway through that match. But yeah, these players are continuing to play on. We will be casting the rest of this as soon as they